Hello and what's up guys, the boss here. Welcome to a brand new video on this channel. As you can see, we're already in the sudden death arena, where we once again try to get on one of the top places, which requires at least 500 kills in League 4. And to do so, I have here a new strategy, which is kind of an update to the first sudden death arena video, which probably every one of you have seen so far. I have to mention that I cannot claim all credits for developing this strategy, because people on Discord and Facebook shared an innovative step with me, which we're going to use to improve on the old layout. A special thanks to those guys, and what they did was to swap the cannon with the ice tower, and that's helping us actually quite a lot to improve the score. Still, the rest of the loadout consists exactly of the same ingredients we used previously. So we use the mortar, honey gun, snowball, dragon cannon, grunts, the hero, and of course the ice tower. Also, the way we build our maze will be very similar, but include some small changes. So the first step to build this layout is building a couple of level 1 mortars in a line to split the arena into two areas and create a snake path with the ice tower and the honey gun. Until we have completed that first defensive line, I also upgrade all the towers to max level except for the mortar. I cannot really explain why, but this actually works out best for me and limits the risk that one troop makes its way to the generator. However, once we have 4 rows down with those speed decreasing towers, we can finally start to upgrade the mortar to level 2. This not only helps to deal with the incoming troops faster, but somehow is again for me the best way to play it. Here again, I cannot explain why that is the best way, but it somehow works out best like that, and I've tried it out also differently. For example, upgraded all of them at the beginning to max level or placed some more mortars, but weirdly enough, in some death, upgrading or not upgrading towers plays a very significant role, and I got this impression by trying out different strategies a lot of times. But so far I think this one is by far the best if you have your towers on a decent level. By the way, I've tried out this strategy too on my second account, and unfortunately that strategy did not help me there that much, so for level 4 mortar players this surely is not the best way to play sudden death. I'd rather go for the other video I made about it. In addition, I share some important information at some other point in the video, so stay tuned and just enjoy getting more and more kills in this match. Alright, so now that we have finished one side of our defense, we have our mortars on level 2 and the rest maxed out. This means we're starting to build a second defensive line of mortars right next to the other one, and we will continue to expand the maze with some additional honey guns as well. And simultaneously we start to max out the level 2 mortars. So now that we have a little bit of time, I just wanted to take the opportunity to thank first of all for 3,000 subscribers. It means a lot to me that so many players appreciate my work I'm doing, and I'm glad that also strategies work out so good for most of you. I'm getting a lot of messages where players are thanking me for giving them a good layout, and yeah, that just makes me happy. Alright, back to the battle, and you can see that I'm actually taking over a lot of elements from my first video, but of course, as there is a second line of mortars, we're also having there a small change. But nonetheless, we will use some of the honey guns and ice towers there to help to slow down the other troops as well on the other side. Like I mentioned before, we just replaced every cannon spot with the ice tower, and the reason why the ice tower is actually the better option than the cannon is that the cannon's damage will become so insignificant that its placement doesn't have an impact on the battle at all. However, the ice tower makes sure that during the honey gun's break, when it needs to reload, not that many troops will speed up, and therefore it is more helpful as we need a lot of time to kill troops in sudden death. Okay, so now we have reached 290 kills and maxed out all of our mortars, and we also made use of our dragon cannon quite a lot. Almost 50% of it is gone, but the dragon cannon helps a lot so that we don't need to send back any troops by blocking the end of the maze, or that we need to place a lot of grunts to stop them. However, at some point my level 8 mortars can't cope with the incoming troops as they are becoming very strong, so after 300 kills the real action begins, and we need to pay attention all the time to make sure that we don't lose to one enemy reaching our generator. Also, if you have a look at the top right corner, you can see that the timer is showing 18 minutes, and trust me, we'll need at least the double amount of the time to reach our goal, which is approximately 500 kills. At some point the time needed for one wave increases exponentially, and there is a trick if your towers are already on an even higher level than mine. You can use the adrenaline for speeding up everything. In total, this fight will go for 40 minutes approximately, and with adrenaline it only would go 8 minutes, so that's quite a huge difference. But for me personally, this doesn't work that well, because at the moment I'm still very much depending on the dragon cannon, as you can see, but that's something for you to remember in the future. Also, something you always should keep in mind is that it helps a lot when you also have some gears left in your pocket and don't spend all of them right after you got them. When you're close at reaching your limit, you always need to spawn some grunts and adjust the maze for the incoming troops, like I'm doing it here with the heavy soldiers. Imagine you would need to sell some towers just to do that, and this process is extremely expensive and you'll waste a lot of years on selling and building towers. Therefore, it's always good to have some of them left. So far we are at wave 37 with 367 kills, which is okay. Furthermore, I've been talking in other sudden death videos about the kill and round ratio, and you always want to multiply the round you're in by 10, and if it equals the kill score, then it is a good round, which very much depends on how many grunt waves you've got. So even though this strategy brings you very far, without grunt waves you won't get that far. So always hope for grunt waves, as they are the condition which determines how good you will perform in the end of the match. Alright, so now I've got some news for you in regards to this channel. In the past 2 years I've been doing YouTube. I never took a long break from doing videos or from just being online on my social media channels. Normally I wouldn't do so no matter what. At the moment I'm visiting my parents in Germany and brought all my stuff to create more videos for you. That means I had to bring all my equipment from the Netherlands, where I'm usually living, to continue creating videos. However, now I'm in a situation where I'm flying to China to just experience a different culture and explore a little bit the world. As China blocks YouTube and Facebook, I won't have any access to those platforms at all, and therefore I won't be able to reply to any of your messages and comments. As I'm staying there for 2 weeks, I'll be completely excluded from everything, and I want to apologize for that in advance. Therefore I thought, okay, my last video should be something you all are looking forward to, and I think that's sudden death videos, so that you can reach for the stars while I'm gone. Nonetheless, when I'm back I'm having some awesome surprises for you, and it'll be completely mind-blowing, so I hope you're gonna stick with me during that time to see what is going to happen. I can guarantee it'll be awesome. Of course, I cannot disclose any information about that right now, so we need to wait until I can. Alright, now that you're well informed, we can approach wave 41, which is a weird wave. And also the next waves which follow afterwards will be the same. The grunts, heavy soldiers and pirate classes actually became super weak, and that's always the case when we exceed wave 40. So just a minute ago you saw me struggling getting over 400 kills, and now with high speed we're getting closer and closer to 500 kills. So like in my other sudden death high score videos, those waves are gifts to improve on these scores, so don't wonder about how people can actually make it that high. However, after wave 45 things become more serious again, cause the mini bosses are becoming super strong again, which also counts for the next waves. So for me the real struggle begins right now. Fortunately in this clip we're having some grunt waves still coming in and some pirate lasses, but those heavy soldiers, which will come in a second, are beasts and way stronger than the mini bosses we just saw. So at this point it's all about survival, where we need to collect all our resources to get the maximum amount of kills in this round, to exceed 500 kills. So we start selling towers and will place as many grunts as possible to send our opponents back and forth until we are about to exceed 500 kills. Remember, grunt waves are responsible for you to get high scores, so when you get more grunt waves your score would be higher. And also fight to the very end, because one more kill can decide about you getting the first or second place. And now we're gonna enjoy the last seconds of me struggling with this wave. A lot of heavy soldiers still possess a lot of health, so it's going to be quite hard to deal with all of them, and on top of that they are angry at me for changing the maze. So the only chance we're having is to place as many grunts as possible close to our hero and hope that we can take out at least some of them. I also had to sell here a lot of my towers, and even after 1 whole minute I still wasn't able to kill at least one of them. In addition, my Dragon Cannon is outused, so we cannot use the snowball that frequently anymore, and everything doesn't look that good. As the heavy soldiers are about to break through our defense, I had to prepare again the ice tower to send them back. Consequently, they started to speed up even more, so this means the battle is about to end. We can only place a few more grunt groups until the heavy soldiers return, and on top of that, we had to sell a lot of our honey guns, which means that they don't get slowed down, which would have given us here at least a bit more time, and as they are sprinting like crazy down the maze, this is going to be the end of the match. So I hope you have enjoyed the strategy and that it is going to help you to score a better result here in the end. I've heard that players had problems to get over 200 kills, so if that's true for you, I'm having now 4 sudden death strategies, which are all showing you a way to exceed that score easily, so you might want to check them out, but so far I think the ice tower helps a lot to perform very well too. If you want to see other strategy and tip videos about the survival arena, have a look at these 30 videos I've done so far about it. they're surely all useful. Anyways, like I said, this was the last video for 2 weeks and I'm already looking forward to bring a lot more stuff afterwards. That being said, this is it from me. Have a great day. Peace out.